At their most basic level, My Little Pony and Warriors are essentially the same. Series that center on cute and traditionally feminine animals that subvert your expectations and have created worlds that literally millions of fans treasure, some even wishing that they themselves could live there. A stunning amount of fan-made content has been generated by both fan bases, and due to unprecedented support, each series is extended far past its expected expiration date and original boundaries. However, comparisons abruptly end there, as the overall themes and tones of each series branch off into completely different directions. Despite their polarizing worlds and stories, they're both able to appeal to legions of fans, many of whom are the same. How is this possible? It all boils down to one word: escapism. Real life sucks, at least in comparison, so why wouldn't you enjoy these worlds more? What makes them nice pairs for each other is that they entice fans in different but not mutually exclusive ways. If you think living in Equestria would be swell, that doesn't mean being a member of ThunderClan wouldn't be totally rad as well. They each offer unique and exciting alternatives to our own society that speak to our various desires. When you first watch Friendship is Magic, you expect a girly show, and that's what you get, except with a twist. It's a girly show that's cool with hints of darkness, edginess, epicness, and other vaguely defined buzzwords that are basically synonymous for mature. Fundamentally, Equestria is a blissful and colorful world, but not to a degree that it would be off-putting. See, the real world can feel artificial and colorless, but this one is bright and more in touch with nature, not to mention a heck of a lot friendlier. So unless metropolitan dwelling is your thing, you'll probably find this world more in touch with your soul, so to speak. Additionally, way cooler stuff happens in Equestria. There's magic, you can fly, and you can save the world a couple times a season. That blows the roof off of saving your boss from caffeine withdrawal or any other equally degrading jobs. It's practically paradise 90% of the time and a raging battlefield the other 10%, so as never to get mundane and monotonous. On the flip side, you've got the Warriors universe. I think the reason this series is such a success with its target demographic is because it caters to kids' unrequited desires. The youth of today are subjected to about 6 hours of classroom time during the best hours of the day 5 times a week for the majority of the year. They're packed into overcrowded classrooms and then given inadequate personal attention as they're forced to learn the state-mandated curriculum. This is all about delivering education on the most broad and accessible level. There's little to no individual expression and no way for educators to cater to somebody's strengths, interests, and methods of learning. Sure, this all works for some people, but it's at the expense of others who don't fit the system. The smartest people I know are actually people who didn't get straight A's, but who flash their exceptional ability through means other than classical testing methods. Compare this dystopian educational reality to that of the mentor-apprentice relationship in Warriors. Here, young apprentices receive one-on-one instruction with their mentors. There's a basic set of skills that they need to learn, but this relationship allows young cats to have their mentors' undivided attention while developing them. They're assessed and given feedback on every move they make, unlike in classrooms where you're lucky if the teacher has enough time to answer your question, let alone tailor their teaching methods to your individual needs. Not only does this constant interaction allow for positive and negative feedback that's imperative for young developing persons, but it also allows for a powerful emotional bond to form between the two parties. As far as I can tell, the relationship between these two individuals is far more personal and open than that of a modern-day classroom teacher and student, and perhaps even that of an adolescent child and their parent. The attention, support, and direction given to apprentices is a relationship that many people, myself included, didn't have while we were reading these books. The overall way society works in both of these franchises is also made to appeal to our individual drives. In My Little Pony, you get to chase your dreams and be whatever you find makes your life most fulfilling. Even transitional work like Rainbow Dash's job as part of Ponyville's weather team allows characters to utilize and practice their strengths as they look forward to bigger and better futures. No matter what you do with your life, you'll live comfortably and harmoniously with the community unless you decide to be a swindling con man. Back to Warriors, every single member of the clan is provided for and valued regardless of their ability or age. Furthermore, you can contribute to it in the way that best reflects your skill set and physique. If you're a good fighter, then you can patrol the territory and fight in battles. If you're a good hunter, you can focus your efforts on providing food for your clanmates. Perhaps you're a girl and you want to have kids. Well, you can be a full-time queen and help create and raise the next generation. And heck, maybe you're no good at any of this stuff, but there will always be a meal and supportive companions waiting for you at the end of the day, so long as you try your best. Both MLP and Warriors portray characters with disabilities who are nonetheless able to live successful and meaningful lives despite their limitations. Despite being unable to fly, Scootaloo has alternative alternative talents, and a role model in Rainbow Dash whose love for her is unconditional with regards to her physical ability. Likewise in Warriors, there are several examples of cats with crippling injuries or disabilities who are able to contribute to their clans. In my opinion, Jay Feather is the best character in the entire series, and his internal and external struggles with his blindness and the emotions that came with it alone carried an entire arc of the series. Neither MLP or Warriors are portrayed as perfect worlds, but they often contain a sense of natural justice that puts them more in the category of the best of all possible worlds. Scootaloo can't fly, but she's unmatched on the scooter. Jay Feather is blind, but is in turn endowed with heightened senses as well as extraordinary powers. While there are some counterexamples, these characters are the ones put in the spotlight, so they in turn represent the perceived conditions of disadvantaged persons in these stories. Like MLP, Warriors has its fair share of action. Believe it or not, kids and adults largely enjoy competition, and there's nothing wrong with imagining yourself as an ace warrior fighting your enemies. Especially when you're dismissed or even bullied in real life, thinking about physically dominating others can help you overcome the frustration of social isolation. Now, I'm not saying to go around punching people you don't like, but I think we should stop trying to discourage expression of violence in our kids. Telling kids they're not allowed to play fight or write and think about it is not commendable, it's not progressive, and it's not going to end violence in the world. Warriors provides a safe outlet for this type of expression. Whether you're reading the books, role-playing with others, or simply imagining scenarios in your head, the violent culture of the clans is no doubt a major draw to the series. The books certainly don't promote violence, as characters work to prevent it on several occasions, but they do indulge it in a way that can be satisfactory to the readers. Many of us live safe and relatively pampered lives compared to other places and time periods. The more gritty and adventurous tones of the Warriors series gives many readers a portal to a world that they find more exciting than their own. All around, it's easy to see why these two franchises have created universes that appeal to so many people in very different ways. They provide a spiritual oasis of sorts from our normal lives and allow fans to picture something greater and more riveting for themselves. When you as a creator have constructed a world that's more appealing to your audience than their own, then you've succeeded at your job. Many congratulations and thanks to Aaron Hunter and Lauren Faust for their phenomenal work and vision in their respective series. They've all created something that me and countless others can get lost in and will always have a special place in our minds and hearts. I hope you enjoyed this comparison of the appeals of the Warriors and MLP series. What about their universes appeal to you, and could you picture yourself living in them? Also, be sure to let me know if you'd be interested in more videos on the Warrior Cat series, whether it be an analysis video like this one or a review of a book or what have you. Anyways, that's it for today, and I hope to see you next time.